will.
Okay, so tonight I'm going to show you guys how I use Tupperware in my house for dinner. So I've got my mum and my friend on, so this is really nice. I'm just going to make a steak stir fry. It's not going to be anything fancy, but I don't cook fancy. So that's what I'm doing here. So I use the Tupperware Frying Pan, which Jo's on and she's going to buy one. So that's exciting. She's getting one from me. I use this for heaps of different things. It's really good for pancakes, like doing, I do fried chicken and crumb chicken, and you can actually put it in the oven and make a casserole and whatnot. So tonight we're going to do a stir fry. So I'm going to just preheat my pan. My favorite element I don't know if you guys have favorite elements. My favorite element has crapped itself. It was sparking and I was worried we were going to have a fire, and now it's all wrecked. So I have to use the other one, and it's the one that if Willow's here, she can touch it. It gives me anxiety. So you don't technically need any oil because things aren't going to stick, but I just prefer to cook in a little bit of oil. So I just put a dash of oil in. And I'm going to put onion, garlic, and my flavors in. So if you haven't seen the Happy Chopper, here's one I prepared earlier. So this is the Fridge Smart, Vent Smart for storing your vegetables and fruits. Okay, so I've got my Happy Chopper. It's got a blade in there. It's not a Happy Chopper. They're called Turbo Chefs now, but they used to be called Happy Chopper. So I'm just going to cut my onion up a little bit smaller. You can get big ones of these, so you don't have to cut the onion quite as much. And I've got a garlic pressy thing. I thought it literally just pushed garlic out the holes, but it turns out you can stick the garlic in there, and then you crush it, and then you lift it up, and then all of the stuff just comes off way easier. Whereas normally I would have to cut, or previously I've like cut the top of the garlic and then the bottom of the garlic and then peeled it and then got it stuck into my fingernails. So then you put it in there and you can just go, oh, I'm not gonna be able to show you. You just push it out of there. So I was going to show you the garlic crusher, and it comes out. But tonight I'm just going to stick it in the Happy Chopper because I'm already using, not the Happy Chopper, the Turbo Chef, because I'm already using it. Put it in the pan. Yeah, so I don't want to use a lot of garlic, and I often just use crushed garlic, but I had some garlic in the cupboard that the kids' dad had brought down, so I was like, I might as well use it. Hey, Marky, how are you? She is muted. She's got baby Soleil, who goes to play centre with Willow and Paisley. Right, so chuck my garlic in there. Then I get the lid to my little Happy Chopper, Turbo Chef, and I put it on. And I literally, normally it would be on the bench, it'd be easier to get it started. And you just pull it, and it like cuts everything up. I normally give it 10 pulls or so. And then bam, it's all, I don't know if you can see that, all nice and cut small in there. Ready to put straight into the pan. Tupperware spatula gets everything out of everything really easily. Right, so I'll let that do its thing. And if you've got any questions, feel free to ask, or there's the chat. And Tris is laughing about Happy Chopper. So now that I'm a manager, I have to name my team. And Tris, I'm very blessed, is on my team. And we're called the Happy Choppers. So I thought it was kind of fitting because I generally think I'm pretty happy. Right, I'm just looking for my, and this is a disclaimer, this is not Tupperware, but it is the best little thing ever. This is the Tupperware spatula, which is also good, but for like pancakes and stuff, but for onion and whatnot, I just prefer the flat bottom. What herbs and spices should I put in my steak, everybody? Yes. I don't know.
Probably some thyme and smoked paprika. Yeah, I was going to say paprika. Paprika's always good.
Paprika, so we'll do some paprika. Right, so I like to get all my flavors through the onion before I put my meat in. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, what I don't. It's just what I make up as I go along. So if you've got any chefing tips, feel free to share them. Right. So when I get my groceries, I cut all my meat up so it's prepared into whatever I'm going to make it into, and then I freeze it. So I've actually pulled this out and it's pre-cut. I find that saves me time. So I get all my groceries delivered in one day, like huge lots of meat, and I process all the meat, and I've got lots of these containers and I store them in the freezer. Right, so I get my steak on. When it's nice and hot. Right, while I'm doing that, I'll turn it around this way. So here I've got my rice cooker. You can also put pasta in it. And this just does my rice in the microwave. It's got a lid, starch collector. I like to get the water reasonably hot. So I just put my water in and I put it in the microwave normally for 8 minutes, stir it, and then put it in for another 7. There is a recipe book that goes with it, and it tells you, my rice container, tells you exactly how long you should cook the rice for, so then you don't have to drain water off, but I haven't figured that out. So if you wanted to do that with a rice cooker, you could. I'll just mix my steak. So I just put lots of water in, and then I strain it at the end. Tupperware measuring jar cup. It's just me tonight, so we'll do 1 cup of rice. I just put that in there. Probably got plenty of water, but that's okay. Put the starch collector in, and then put my lid on, pop it like that. And I go around shing, put it in the microwave.
How long was that for?
8 minutes, I think she said.
That's quicker than cooking it in the pot.
Also use the freezer storage. Hey, Chantal. Good idea. Thanks, Mum. I also use the freezer storage to put all, you know, when you have like leftover bags of veggies. I don't know if other people with kids that this happens to, but my kids get in, they pull the bag out and freaking spill them everywhere. So if I just put them in a container, so we use it, whatever's left, I put in a container. So I've got some leftover mixed veggies, and there are stir-fried veggies in under there. Take down a little bit more. Sometimes I will give my veggies a bit of a pre-cook so that they don't defrost in the pan and make things really wet, but you know, I'm not going to do that tonight. A bit of salt in there. You can get, I think, Tupperware salt shakers. I don't have any, but I think they used to be a thing. Right, what else can I show you? I'll put my rice away. I like to tidy up as I cook. That Jacob, I got it. Soleil. Hey, Soleil. How you going? So cute. So normally, I will do my veggies in the, this is the micro pitcher. You can put it in the microwave, micro pitcher, get it? Just to, yeah, get them a little bit defrosted. And then if you go in the microwave up to like real high temperatures, I can't remember the exact temperature, but high. Right, I've got my salt, got my garlic, got my onion, got some paprika. I don't think I had thyme, Joe. That's why I've got some more spice containers, so I need to add that. I got sage. Can you put sage in there?
I know, don't use sage, but you might be able to.
I've had some of these spices I like. Eva, that actually smells really good. I'll put some in and I'll let you know how it goes. Do you have the spicy shaker things, anybody?
No.
You do, Teresa. The spicy shakers are good.
Yes. Yep, I have those.
Here, you can fit your spoon in. And then it also has the shaky end there. And then obviously you can take the whole thing off. So the little boxes that you buy from the supermarket, a whole one fits in there really easily. And then you can get some smaller ones. So like this is a whole lot of lemon pepper. Or I've seen what some people do is they buy like a whole mixture of spices, they mix them all up and make their own spices. So instead of like buying a mix thing, they make up their own and then use these as their shakers. It's a little life hack. So normally I would have put the rice on earlier, but because I was all like anxiety about sharing, I haven't got the rice on, but that's okay. So we'll get our veggies in here out of our freezer mate. Get down to the stir-fry veggies. These freezer mates here, I'll find my lid. You can also freeze like pre-prepared meals in them. Some people do their like they might cook their mince and their rice or their mashed potato and the veggies, put it all in here. You can just literally pull it out and then heat it up. You can't keep in these containers, but you can freeze meals in them. Or there's heat and eat containers, which are like these, but they're made out of slightly different stuff. And you can put them in the freezer, freeze them, and then pull them out and literally microwave them. Just open up the steam vent, and away you go. These ones here, I don't know if you can freeze in them. I don't, but there are specific ones, but I don't use the other ones, so I don't have them to show you, but they do exist. What else can I show you? This is, I got any questions? I have some reason I haven't using yet. Yeah, it's definitely a habitual thing, Tris. I get what you mean about that. For me, doing the groceries and then pre-freezing the meat is key. And if I get mince, I'll pre-cook all of the mince. I'll make massive mince batches and just flavor it simply. And then when I bring it out and then reheat it in my beautiful pan, I will just put in any additional flavors that I like. And I find that that simplifies my life. So that could be a life hack. Did anyone have any questions though?
No.
No.
Love it.
Looking good so far.
What's that, Mama?
Looking good so far.
I'm going to be eating it myself. It's so weird. I won't have to clean up anyone's mess off the floor. And I was going to say one more thing. It's gone. Our microwave's got 2 minutes left. I put in for 8 minutes. It's the rice. I'll just go and get my coconut cream, and then I'm going to show you one more thing. Coconut cream is my massive go-to for putting in my rice. I don't know if other people do that. So I strain the rice off and then put coconut cream in it afterwards. And I was going to share with you what I'm going to put my leftovers in, because obviously I'm not going to eat all of this. So if I owned Heat and Eats, I could put it in those Heat and Eats, or that other little bowl with the poppy lid thing I showed you. But most of the time, if I've got leftover dinner, I use these Clear Mates fridge storage, and I like to use the Clear Mates because you can see what's in them. Because what some people do is they have a messy fridge and they make their dinner leftovers and they put it in the fridge and then they forget it's there because it is in a container that they can't see. So at least if you have this, you can see. Or if maybe I got a big pack of chicken and it had 2 breasts in it and I cooked the 2 and there was 1 left, I'd put them in one of these containers so that I know it's there, so I remember to use it. So another little life hack. So our little pan thing that I'm using here, Bam Bam, the casserole dish, the Tupperware actually have quite a lot of different pots and pans and bake. So I also have the frying pan, which you can make the best eats in the world on. I think, Teresa, this was like your first bit of cookware, wasn't it, from Tupperware? They do have pet pots, which I think Teresa's got lots of, but I'm like, oh, they're like $100 and something. So I haven't got the pots yet. But loving the pans and your best eats and pancakes.
Cooking and cost.
What's that, Ma?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to Joe, but I was just saying, how much does that pan cost that you're actually cooking?
Like 300 and something. It's ridiculous.
Oh
wow. Yeah, I know. But Joe's getting a discount because I got it on a discount. And she's family.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. I honestly, it just brings me joy to know that someone I know is going to have one. So when you're cooking with it, we can talk about how great it is, because until you've cooked in it, you don't appreciate how great it is.
Yeah, I've used it at your place and it is good.
Thanks, Mum. Thanks.
Yeah.
Product endorsement. Right, that's looking good. We'll put it in for another second. What else can I show? Is there anything you want to see? Any kitchen solutions you need help with? Or if you're on Facebook and watch this on the replay, you can put them below and I'll get back to you. But for now, has anyone got any stories?
No.
I can keep going. I've got lots to show.
Okay.
You keep going.
Yeah.
You keep going.
So I showed you the little Turbo Chef thingy, this beastie. And I said that there is a bigger one you can get. And the bigger one you can get has got a double kind of blade thing, but you can also whip cream in it. And you can just fit way more stuff in. So if you're making a big lot of dip. So I just mainly use this for onions. And when the kids were smaller, I would use it to cut all their food up nice and small. So if you've got someone you know is like having a baby and they maybe wanting to have something to prepare food with, I found this really good. It's so much easier to clean than getting out like the whole NutriBullet and zizzing stuff. And I am kind of a believer of baby-led weaning so that kids don't really have mush. So I liked that this still provides texture, whereas if you NutriBullet something, it just turns it into mash. So the Turbo Chef is awesome for that. If I missed any information, Teresa? Finding my next thing. Put it, oh yeah. So I was sharing about the micro pressure cooker the other day. I've done casseroles in it and I haven't worked out the secret to getting the casseroles really tender, like if you were doing it in an actual slow cooker. But I have done roast chicken or chickens in here, 22 minutes. It was a decent sized chicken. Sorry, Thomas is distracting me. All good, Teresa. And I've done porridge in here, and I have done casseroles. I've done a couple of cakes, a couple of desserts. So it is a very handy dandy little thing because you don't have to worry about it. You just put it in the microwave and it does its thing. Especially with porridge, for me, I always find that my porridge boils over. So if I do it in here, I can just put it in there and I don't have to worry about it. What else do I use for cooking? I'm pretty basic with my cooking. So I'm like a simple cooker person. So if you're a simple cooker person, then we will totally get along. I think our rice should just about be ready. So with the rice, I'm going to strain the water off because like I said, I haven't read the ratios for the right amount of water to the right amount of rice. So I prefer just to, the rice is cooked. I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to run really hot water through it to get all the starch off. Then I'm going to put the top on and I'm just going to it around. And then that will have our rice all prepared. And then I'm going to put it back in the rice cooker bowl, mix in my coconut cream, of course, with our Tupperware spoon, and then it will be done. I need one of these, Trista. Yeah, I got it when there was a special and Sarah got the other two things, and I got this thing. This is one of the Tupperware spoons, and I love it because it's flat. A lot of spoons have a lot more dip to it, and so then it gets all the food stuck in. I just like this, mixes it around, quick bang, and it's done. So especially for like making cakes and stuff, it doesn't get all the batter stuck in it. And that is probably all my stories. That's how easy dinner can be made with Tupperware. So frying pan, rice cooker, colander. If I didn't have onion and a happy chopper, I would use my fancy garlic thing that I learned how to use today. It pushes all the skin stuff off the outside. Happy chopper. Oh, you have sold me on that spoon. Thanks, Teresa. Yeah, it doesn't get stuff stuck, but it's like Tupperware's a hard one to sell online in some ways because when you feel it, you're like, that's the magic. Yeah, so it's not always well represented by what you see. And only the last thing I'll probably show you because the right off is I've got the modulars. So I store all of my pantry stuff, like my baking stuff and my pastas and rice in these. Just last forever. To be honest, we use pasta.
Zoom meeting.
Rachel Chow, who are you talking to?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. Just that time that I couldn't hear you before.
Oh, it's Jacob.
You want me to mute you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Oh, you're muted. So yeah, I've got them up there. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm going to share all about the modular. So if you're especially thinking like I want to keep my pantry out, but I don't know what to get or I don't know where to start, those are some of the questions I'm going to answer for people. Or I've got these things, what size container do I need? This is the funny shape of my pantry. What sort of containers are best? Because we have rectangles, squares, and ovals. We have size 1, 2, 3, and 4. They may even be like super oval 5s. So yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Has anyone got any questions before I go and eat my dinner?
Oh, right, thanks, Cheryl.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I'll stop.